Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I hope you've been enjoying the recent videos lately. I've been posting long forms, maybe about once a week on Saturdays, and shorts on all the other days of the week. And my goal is to motivate you to improve your lives in every area. Personal development, leadership, game design, language learning, reading, writing, all of that good stuff. That's what we're talking about here on this channel. So if you're interested, I hope you'll like and subscribe to today's video. Today's video, I want to do something a little bit different, something I haven't talked about as much or haven't shown as much, and that is some things that you can use to take care of your health. I've come bearing props today, and I want to introduce some things that I can actually show to you that I use and talk about. I want to talk today about some self-care practices, some preventative health remedies that I've been exposed to in China. I've lived in China for about 13 years now, and there's a lot of things that the Chinese have done since ancient times to take care of themselves on a daily basis and try to avoid getting sick. And now, if you are someone who thinks that's a little bit frou-frou or not worth doing, or something that only girls do or whatever, you're wrong, and you need to stick around. You really need to hear me out on this, because especially for guys and girls who really like to push themselves hard and lead a very driven life and exercise a lot, or who even have very cognitively demanding jobs where their minds are always wired in and they're thinking hard. You know, the more you push yourself, the more driven you are. I think the more important it is to make sure you understand some good ways to get some excellent rest and recuperation. Not just doing things like vegging and watching entertainment TV shows at night while you fill your face with some of your favorite snacks. That's not the right type of R&R that's going to fuel you well so that you can be driven again the next day. I try to make sure I have some really restorative practices that nourish me, mind, body, and soul. And I don't necessarily do them every day, but certainly a few evenings per week, I'm doing these things. And again, a lot of these things are things that I've learned from living in China and being exposed to Chinese culture. Just a few things off the bat I think that are really good and free would be things like doing massage. Massage is amazing. I think, you know, in the West it tends to be a very special thing that people do rarely, and it can even be a bit expensive. But in Asia it's very cheap and people regularly partake in massage. So I think massage is great if you can do it. If you have to be judicious with how you spend your money, and maybe you can only get in a certain area massaged, I would go for the feet. Get a good foot massage. That will really do the body wonders. I actually happen to be wearing a patch right now on my elbow. My joint area here, or my tendon here, got a bit sore from doing a lot of push-ups. The Chinese people have some good herbal patches to sort of numb the area and help it out a bit. So it's a coincidence that I'm wearing one of those right now, but I've wanted to do this video for a long time. And the things I'm going to show you today, I think all of them have mugwort as one of their primary active ingredients. Now, if that sounds like something that's come from Harry Potter, probably has. Okay, mugwort. It looks like a weed growing in the wild. It looks like some wild arugula or some kind of dark green lettuce. I've seen it in the wild before. I've actually picked some in the wild with my wife. But mugwort is something that is widely used in Chinese traditional medicine, and it has all kinds of applications. It can have a smell a bit like marijuana, but it is not, and it is not intoxicating in the way that marijuana is. But sometimes when people don't know mugwort and they smell that, they think somebody's smoking marijuana, but it's not that. But it has a similar type smell, and it has a relaxing, calming effect. People believe it has a tonifying, antiseptic effect for the whole body system. So when you smell that, when you use it, when you rub it on the skin, it's even used as an ingredient in some foods in China, turning the food green. Yeah, just really interesting. So let's get into a few of the things here. First, a simple one to start off with. I have a little container of mugwort oil here. Now this is very interesting because you will use this when you're doing some massage. So if you can get a partner or a friend, or you could even massage yourself, there's self-massage techniques, but this mugwort oil has a strangely warming effect when it's put onto the body, and it smells like spices. I've even taken to putting a little bit of it in my beard, but really it's for massage, and it has a warming effect. So again, this is like a mugwort oil. I highly recommend massage. Hey, that's another way to get it for free is through your significant other. You don't have to pay for massage. You can do it to each other, and it's really, really good for mind and body to feel the human touch and human care. So mugwort oil I have. Next thing I want to show you is something called ai tiao in Chinese. Tiao means stick, and ai rong is the mugwort sort of like powder. They dry that plant, they make a brownish powder with it. It's not a full-on powder, it's actually, it's almost got like a cotton ball type feel to it, and you can actually make it into shapes, like if you had a bunch of this. But the way they make it from the plant, this is one of the ways they prepare it, is they put it into a stick. That makes it very convenient to burn, and you would burn this, you would use a lighter to light one end, and then you can focus this on areas of your body that need help, areas that are in pain, areas that are sore, or acupressure points where you want to stimulate blood flow. Okay, a lot of you know, a core principle of traditional Chinese medicine is that sickness comes because there's certain areas of the body that lack blood flow. And if the blood can't flow through and circulate easily, if energy cannot flow through all areas of the body easily, and an area is stagnant in terms of blood and energy, it can lead to illness. So one key point is to use the application of heat through maybe something like this, through mugwort stick, to move blood through and speed up the movement of the blood. So this smells very pleasant, it's very relaxing, and you can put it on maybe if you're having some knee pain. I've been using it because I've done a lot of running in the past 5 to 7 years, got a little knee pain. I can use this on my knees, just relax, listen to some motivational speakers, just chill out, take some notes, have a little tea. So this is very nice in the evenings. Again, this is called, in English, this is called a moxa stick. The process we're talking about is called moxibustion. That is burning the mugwort plant for its stimulatory effects. And so you can look up moxa stick, M-O-X-A. This is all stuff that's it is quite popular in the West, actually, and widely available. So I'm sure you could get it on Amazon or something like that. If not, maybe a specialty website with imported Asian health stuff. Okay, the next thing is also an excellent health remedy, and that is a foot soak. So in China, soaking the feet and also massaging the feet is very commonly done, and you'll see it just about every strip mall has, or every side alley has got a massage parlor. People are getting shoulder and head and back massages, and then the feet. Something really typical they do in China is you will sit with your feet in a bucket of hot water with something like this inside. This is a bag of herbs that you put into the hot bucket of water with your feet. It's got a lot of different types of herbs in there that are good, again, for sort of sterilizing any bad bacteria on the feet, cleaning the feet really well, nourishing the body and the blood. There's going to be some mugwort in there, but also all kinds of things in there to warm up the body system. You put this in a hot, piping hot bucket of water, let it steep, maybe 1 or 2 bags. If you're a big guy, you got a big bucket of water. So in China, people will soak the feet while they're getting a shoulder and back and neck massage. They're heating up the feet. And then they would take the feet out of the water, turn around, lie back in the chair, and then the foot massage would commence after that. So these are really great. I highly recommend the foot soak. One thing I will often do in the evenings is prepare a foot soak and then study Chinese, or read a book, or write and reflect, or listen to a motivational speaker with my feet in the super hot water with a bag like this. And you can also chop up ginger, boil ginger, put it into your foot bath, something like that. And one of the reasons why this is so helpful, not only for blood circulation and for cleaning your feet very well, but it also can help send you off to sleep very well and help you have a very good sleep. If you've ever tried this, there's a really good feeling when you finish a 15 or 20-minute foot soak. You dry off your feet, you're kind of like getting ready for bed, and your whole body feels very warm and comfortable, and it's because of the foot soak. It heats up the blood and moves blood around. And when you climb into bed and lie down, you feel that your feet are very warm, even though you may not be wearing socks. It's a very pleasant feeling to get under the sheets or the blankets and your whole body's already warmed up. Something about it helps you go off to bed more quickly, more easily. If you have a good restful sleep, that's going to be setting you up great for the next day of learning and growth and exercise. And along with, sending you off to sleep, this is another good thing. I know the packages and the boxes for these often are targeting girls, but I don't know why, because I think this is a really extremely, it's an excellent product for everybody, not only females. And I'm sorry the camera's shaking because it's gotten really windy out here. Didn't really expect that. Maybe I got a little box here, maybe I'll put this on there to steady it. My camera stand's blowing in the wind a little bit. But these are hot eye masks. So when you rip open this packet, you get something that you can put over your ears, and it hooks over your ears, and you wear them over the eye, and it starts to heat up. And they make these with different types of herbal remedies and mixtures and different types of scents. So you put them over the eyes, you relax, and again, that application of heat on the eyes, your eyes are surrounded by muscles that also need to be massaged and nourished by heat. And if you look at screens all the day, very bad for the eyes. If you look at your phone all the day or the computer, it's always at a certain distance from the eye that tends to be the same. So what happens there is that your muscles tend to tighten and sort of lock in at that distance. All the muscles that help the eyes to focus on the distance, well, they're not really being used because you're always focusing on your computer screen or your phone screen, which tends to be the same distance away all the day. So for hours every day, you're looking at something in the same direction from the same distance, and just your muscles are just getting sort of stuck in that position, and that can lead them to feel achy, feel painful, and having trouble to focus and see things that are at a far distance away. So I've gone through a phase in my life where my eyes were very painful. One of them had kind of a blurry spot. They were achy, they had trouble focusing, and they were like this all the time. It could even disturb my process of going to sleep a little bit. And I had a feeling it was from too much screen time. I had changed from primarily being a full-time teacher to having more of an administrative office type role. So I was on screens much more. And I went to see an eye specialist, and he said he did a test of my eyes and said I might have an astigmatism. And he recommended me some blue light blocking glasses, which also had sort of like an astigmatism corrector built into the lens. I don't know how all that works, but one thing that made me think about was researching eye care techniques. So I learned eye massage and eye exercises from the Bates method. You can look up the Bates method. And I also thought about the application of heat. And I used to put some cloths in boiling hot water, squeeze out the water, put those over my eyes. They also make bean bags, which you can heat up in like a microwave and lie these bean bags over the eyes. I got one of those for my mom. She loves those. It's nice because it has a little bit of weight, which holds it against the eyes, which feels really good. But then I discovered they make these products, which are pretty handy, and they'll be hot for about 20 or 30 minutes. Some are really hot, some are not as hot. These ones are not super hot, and they have the mugwort ingredient in them, so I wanted to try it. But you can wear those when you're going off to sleep and listening to something inspirational rather than watching it and continuing to blast your eyes and brain with that light. Put that phone aside, maybe just listen to it. You can set your phone on a timer, or you can use a little Bluetooth earbud, put the phone away from you, and listen to something very positive and inspirational with this eye mask on. And having done the foot soak, I mean, you're gonna be feeling really comfortable, you're gonna be drifting off to sleep, and you can just turn off that Bluetooth earbud, throw it away, take off that eye mask, throw it away, and you're gonna be asleep, and you're gonna be sailing off into a positive dream based off that positive stuff that you just heard. All right, that about wraps it up for now. I just wanted to introduce some things that I could actually show you. If you have more questions about how to use these things, where to get them, I mean, there's a lot more I didn't talk about here in terms of how we can use these things, and even more products that I know, like the patches, or like in China they have amazing balms that you can rub on. They have medicinal alcohols that people drink or rub onto the body. Just all kinds of things that are really amazing. And we didn't even talk about food as medicine, tea as medicine, herbal tea as medicine, which factors in big in China. But these are just some of the things I wanted to show you today, again, primarily with the mugwort as an active ingredient. But I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it can help you look after yourself, take care of your health, because again, this is not something just for the weak or the infirmed or the elderly or for girls. This is something that you need to use to restore and replenish yourself so you can be there for your people and show up daily with, your best health, prime energy, ready to go, ready to drive forward again. It's the yin to the yang, okay? We need all these things. Thanks for watching. I'll see you back here next time. Bye-bye for now.